Sadly, we still have to start with Tehillim. Not there's anything said about saying Tehillim, but the reason for it, plight of the Jews in Ukraine, the situation there at Israel. So join me in Kapitel Kovchov. Shir Amalos El Adonai Batzoros Ali Krose V'Yaneni Adonai Atzile Nafshi Mitzvah Shekem Loshon Remiyo Ma'id Eloch Omeyo Zev Lach Loshon Remiyo Chitze Giber Shunu Nimigach Leresom Oyoli Kigati Mesho Shchanti Molekedor Rabaz Shoch Lo Nafshi Mitzvah Sholem Ani Sholem V'Chiyadaber Heim Olam Milchamo. Let's give some tzedakah and with the tefillah of security and safety for all our brethren wherever they are. Also, I want to remind you, don't forget to say the Nasi today, as is customary from the first day of the month of Nisan. Every day we read about the sacrifice that this particular head of tribe brought on that day. Today, the second day of Nisan, it was the Shevet Yisachar. Talking about the second day of Nisan and talking about the Nasi, I want to speak about the Rebbe Rashab. The Rebbe Rashab, Reb Sholem Doiber, who was the fifth of the Chabad Rebbes, the son of Reb Shmuel, who took over the leadership of his father after Reb Shmuel the Marash's passing in the year 1882. The Rebbe Rashab was born in Russia in the year 1860 in the city of Lubavitch, and he passed away in Rostov on the second day of Nisan in 1920. The Rebbe Rashab was famed for his phenomenal mind and analytical treatment of Chabad Hasidism. He wrote and delivered 2,000 Hasidic discourses, mamorim, over the 30 years of his leadership. Some of them are considered the fundamental books, the fundamental teachings in Hasidic philosophy. He's also called with the Rambam of Hasidus. The Rebbe Rashab also established the famous yeshiva Tomchei Mimim. Today, the Lubavitch yeshivas, which are all over the world. At that time, there was a revolution in yeshiva where he decided to set a yeshiva that where the study of Nigla, the body of Torah, the revealed aspect of Torah, simultaneously with the Chassidic teaching of Torah, with the Pnimis HaTorah. And as he said then, the reason why he's establishing this yeshiva is not just to have another place of learning, because Baruch Hashem, there are plenty of places where people can learn, but I'm setting up this yeshiva so the students will be the ones who will battle the opponents of Judaism, and it will battle the opponents of Mashiach. And indeed, history has proven that these were the ones throughout the communist Russia were the ones who kept the flame alive throughout the difficult years of communism. And in fact, the Rebbe Rashab himself set out to battle the new wave of communism and wanting to introduce changes in Judaism. Even prior to this, under the Tsar, where the Tsar wanted to include, the Tsar wanted to reform Jewish teachings, and the rabbis of the time, and the Rebbe Rashab was a fierce opponent of the new wave of assimilation of what they called enlightenment, which actually was more endarkenment, but the enlightenment movement. So there's actually a story told that in 1905, an important rabbinical conference was assembled in Vilnius with the participation of the greatest of the leaders of European Jewry. And as I just said, the issue at hand was that the government was going to impose requirements that rabbis and Torah teachers should compromise on Jewish integrity. The assembled rabbis were all united in opposing this new edict. But the Russian Minister of Interior made it known that if the rabbis didn't withdraw their opposition of the new measure, he would unleash a pogrom of 101 cities throughout the country. As the conference came to the end, the Rebbe Rashab requested permission to speak, and he gave an impassionate speech, well aware of the danger that he's running. He said, there is no way we can give in to those demands. In fact, as soon as he finished his speech, he fainted. Later on, the Reb Chaim Brisker, the famous Reb Chaim Brisker, came into the Rebbe Rashab's room and he saw how he was sobbing and asked him, Rebbe, was weint ihr mit getan, alles was wir kennen. We did all we could. So the Rebbe Rashab, it's not about what we didn't accomplish. This is the message. It's not about what we're doing. It's not enough to do. We have to accomplish. The Rebbe gave us a mission to accomplish the bringing about the revelation of Mashiach. We must accomplish it, not just do it. And in fact, on today's day, Tafshim Memches, 1987, the Rebbe declared that there is a need for the community to proclaim, Lahachris, Yechi HaMelech, long live the king, referring to Mashiach, because this will help reveal Mashiach sooner and hopefully now. So let's say together, Yechi HaMelech.